This is Peace News Now with Derek J. Today is Thursday, February 21st, 2013. Here's what's happening in the world of peaceful evolution. Bitcoin is trading at just under $30 American, 22.5 euros, and 19.5 British pounds. It's no secret to any regular listener of Peace News Now that the show's a big fan of Bitcoin. While typically the show features multiple news stories, I wanted to take time today to feature an article written by Tony Galippi. Anthony Galippi, co-founder and CEO, saw a need for Bitcoin payment processing and founded BitPay in 2011. Bitcoin is a new financial technology invented in 2009 as the first peer-to-peer digital currency. Using Bitcoin, it is possible to send money like an email to anyone, anytime, anywhere, without going through a bank or government or corporation. The article is titled, "How Owning Bitcoin is Owning an ETF on the Whole Bitcoin Space," and it reads, quote, "The Bitcoin economy is grassroots, techy, voluntarist, young, and fragmented. Investors looking to invest in the space are finding a lack of investable companies, and there are so many misconceptions and misreporting in the press. It seems like every article is about drugs, money laundering, hacks, extortion, and anything else that seems like an enticing headline. Taking a step back to look at the whole Bitcoin picture, you need to travel back in time to 1994. This was the early days of the internet. Entrepreneurs saw the innovation and got to work, but investors didn't have many options for viable investments, and there seemed to be an article every other day. The internet is bad. The internet is dangerous. The internet is full of scams. Fast forward 20 years to the present day, replace the internet with Bitcoin, and read today's news. Bitcoin is bad. Bitcoin is dangerous. Bitcoin is full of scams are basically the headlines you'll read today. It's the same articles from 20 years ago. They were wrong then, and they're wrong now. Bitcoin will follow a similar adoption as VoIP. Once the wallets are more secure for consumers, we will see an explosion in the adoption of Bitcoin. Focusing on the business adoption, payment processors like BitPay are building an interface layer on top of Bitcoin that is easy for businesses to adapt to and understand. For consumer adoption, exchanges like Bitcoin Central are getting licensed to work with the banking system, making it easier for people to buy and sell Bitcoin from their traditional bank accounts. And merchants like WordPress are endorsing Bitcoin to monetize emerging markets where all existing payment networks are failing. Bitcoin, the currency of the payment network, is itself an exchange-traded fund, ETF, on the whole Bitcoin space. Every innovation that happens around Bitcoin increases its value. Every new business that adopts Bitcoin increases its value. Every new market and exchange that opens, especially in places like India, Greece, and Argentina, increases its value. The market cap of Bitcoin is simply the number of coins in circulation, currently around 10.7 million, times the price per Bitcoin. The value fluctuates, but the market cap of all Bitcoins is around $300 million. That's good for some things, but that is not enough of a money supply to be usable to businesses that need to move large payments or very frequent payments. But what if the money supply of Bitcoin was $1 billion or $3 billion? That would be more usable for people looking to trade in and out of stocks, of gold, or of real estate. That would start to provide liquid markets around the world, which can enable more global e-commerce, remittance, and payroll. The Bitcoin revolution is just beginning. Companies are innovating around Bitcoin at a rapid pace. The niche Bitcoin space is unlike anything in history. It's not necessary to invest in a Bitcoin startup in order to profit from the space. By simply owning Bitcoins, you can profit from the success of every Bitcoin company. There's no need to pick the winners. BTC is the investment that gives you exposure to the currency, to the payment network, and to every business building products and services on top of Bitcoin. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Are you tired of feeling helpless to do anything about it? Well, now there's something you can do. It's called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money that is impossible for the government to control. Bitcoin is impossible to be counterfeited or inflated. Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer protocol, so it is impossible for anyone to shut it down, block it, or control it in any way. If you want to see an end to the government inflating the dollar to pay for murder, then you need to start using Bitcoin today. To learn how, visit weusecoins.com. That's all the time we have for today. Links to these stories can be found in this episode's show notes. Find PNN on YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, Facebook, and LiveLeak. For PeaceNewsNow.com, I'm Derek J. Peace.